man, you should see the looks on your faces.
Can I strangle him? I want to strangle him.
I'm just the messenger.
Well, we came all the way here. We're not going to leave empty-handed.
I think I see where this is going.
Yeah, we're taking Troy with us. He clearly knows more than he's letting on, and we could use him as a bargaining chip.
You're calling the shots.
This really isn't necessary. I'm just a producer. I'm clueless.
We know. You're coming with us.
We are back with a brand new edition of Wrasslin. We're going to be replaying some of the story today, so let's go talk to R-Truth.
You're back! Again! I think all this timeline bending makes my brain a bit foggy. It might feel like we never had this chat next time we meet.
What are you wearing?
I am an interdimensional transcendental being. What am I supposed to wear? Jean shorts and a t-shirt? Anyway, what do you think?
It's sure something.
Of course it's something. If it was nothing, I'd be standing here in my birthday suit. Anyway, you want to go again?
Let's do it.
You got it. Safe travel through the time stream.
All right.
It's not often that the Chief Content Officer, Paul Triple H Levesque, is here on Raw. He must have some major news to share.
Let's hear what the game has to say.
As you all know, we've been building a new era in WWE, a direction that's bolder than anything you've ever seen before. But to forge this path, we need talent who can rise to the occasion. Whether that's someone who's already here, or an outsider ready to step in and lead the charge. Who is gonna be the superstar to lead us to that next level? Well, we're gonna answer that question starting next Monday on Raw with the WWE Draft.
The WWE Draft kicks off next Monday. That's huge news.
Raw and SmackDown GMs Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis have decisions to make that will shape the future of WWE. Now, I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but as a Chief Content Officer, I'm gonna drop a couple of hints about who I think will be selected #1 overall and become the leader of this new era. This individual is going to be a force in the women's division for years to come. I've seen her potential for greatness already as...
Well, let's do the SmackDown one.
As one of the biggest names on SmackDown. They could be the next EST, the next American Nightmare, or better yet, carve their own path to lead the new era of WWE. It all starts at the draft when we take the next step in WWE's revolution.
It sounds like the CCO thinks one of SmackDown's top stars might be going #1 overall.
I can't wait for draft night.
I wonder if I'll be the one to turn heel this time. No, I'm not ready for points. Oh, I do. Oh, shoot, I got a whole lot of points. Alright. How you doing lately?
If it isn't SmackDown's soon-to-be #1 pick.
Hi, Bailey. Good to see you too.
I'm kind of fed up with the draft, honestly. It's so subjective.
Isn't that the point?
I think the point is to serve certain people's interests, including those in charge. But for anyone who's a real wrestler with integrity, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're a SmackDown superstar who's going to be drafted to Smackdown. Like I said before, what's the point?
Are you okay, Bailey? Something seems off.
I'm fine. You know what? You're right. You should be proud. Good luck next week.
Hey, Nicholas Brickless.
Well, if it isn't the subject of all those draft rumors.
What do you mean?
Come on, you heard what Triple H said. And it's all over social media, too. Everyone thinks you're going #1 in the draft on Monday.
Since SmackDown has the first pick, you could put an end to all the speculation and just tell me who you're picking first.
My lips are sealed. But I will say that I doubt tonight is your last match on SmackDown. Oh, and speaking of the draft, make sure you look good up there on that stage.
What are you getting at?
I know in the past you had to wear whatever the office told you to for your non-ring attire, and sometimes you'd even have to wear the same ugly shirt for years on end. But things are different now. Like Hunter said, it's a new era with fewer restrictions. So you can wear whatever casual attire you want to express who you are. Got it?
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
Okay, but more importantly, make sure you look good in your match tonight. Can't have my potential first pick losing the week before the draft.
Quick pit stop. Yeah, we'll just keep it as a casual talk. Well, let's go to our first match on. Okay.
Well, if it...
What do you mean?
Come on, you...
Since Smack... Where do you get...
I know it, but things are...
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, my bad. Hey, Bailey.
If it is,
Hi,
I think, I mean, you're, you know,
Alright, let's try to do it now.
I know some people are getting tired of the draft speculation surrounding this superstar, but where there's smoke, there's fire. And Natalya has to be careful not to get...
Shoulders down, pinning predicament. Slips the shoulder up. I don't know if I would have gone for a pin so soon. And they tie up with a collar and elbow. Transitioning right into the wrist lock. Moves into a hammerlock to maintain control. Maneuvering out and into control of the situation. Able to pry out and gain control around the waist. Looking to finish this one early. And she kicks out right away.
Still too fresh to stay down.
Bam!
Able to save herself there.
She's going for the cover.
Easily kicks out of that one.
Yeah, far too early for her to expect anything else.
Rear waist lock applied. Turns it around with a chin lock.
Good transition into the armbar. She got put to the test there.
You can't begin to count her out yet, though.
Yeah, still plenty of match left.
Arm drag. There's a wheelbarrow into the DDT.
Hit hard and straight into the pin. And she kicks out.
She still has a lot more in her.
Gets
out of the way of that one.
I know that you can't do less than 8, but as soon as we hit that less than 85, but if you hit that mark, and you get on Supremacy back to a business,
and she's not done yet. She likely knew that wasn't enough. She's just keeping the pressure on.
Update that on MyRise.
Oh my God! Moonsault! Wow! Momentum is clearly against Natalya now. I don't know if Natalya can withstand this.
Quick sidestep by Natalya.
Boom! That puts her on the offensive. Goes through, super kick. Natalya's locked in the crosshairs now.
Second back to
Natalya gets drawn in.
Manhandle slam.
And that can vanquish
1,
Natalya.
2,
There's 2.
3.
Man, that was a hard-fought win. She's got to be proud of herself tonight. Here's your winner, the Queen. At least for tonight, she absolutely lived up to the hype. Consider all doubts erased.
That's implying that there were doubts.
Oh, draft night, baby.
What a huge night we have on Raw with the start of the WWE Draft.
That's right, Byron, and all the rumors are saying this superstar will be staying on Smackdown as the top pick. Well, it's not official yet, but it would be a solid choice by General Manager Nick Aldis.
Hey, Catherine, how you doing?
I know there's a lot going on tonight with the draft, but I wanted to sneak in a couple interview questions. Is that okay?
No problem, Kathy. It's always good talking with you. What do you want to know?
For anyone who hasn't been paying attention the past couple of years, how would you define your personality?
Everything I do has a purpose. People like to say they're 2 steps ahead. Well, I'm 20. You can't survive on sheer strength and athleticism. You need to be scheming and calculated.
Speaking of looking ahead, what can you say about the rumors that you'll be selected at #1 overall tonight?
I'd say it's something I can use in my favor. Perception is reality, right? Well, if I'm #1, that just makes my opponents perceive me to be that much tougher to beat. I'll use any advantage I can get.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'll let you go for now. Thanks again, and good luck with the draft.
The game.
Good to see you.
Hey, boss.
So how you feeling? You ready for tonight?
I've got all the angles covered. Kind of like this wrestler I used to watch growing up. What was his nickname? The Cerebral Assassin?
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I guess he didn't amount to much.
Good one. I gotta get going, but you should be proud of everything you've accomplished to get here. You've earned it. See you out there in a bit.
It's time to kick off the WWE Draft.
Thank you. But tonight is not about me. It's about launching this company in a new and exciting direction. And that all starts with the announcement of the top overall pick. So let's not wait any longer. With the first pick in the WWE Draft, Smackdown is honored to select the future of WWE.
There they are, the #1 pick in the WWE Draft, and wow, it's a good one. Talk about making a splash. Nick Aldis got himself a generational talent.
We heard all the rumors, but seeing this play out now really lives up to the hype.
Good luck topping this, Raw. Stand by, there's there's some kind of technical issue here.
Talk about ruining a moment. What the heck?
Who was that?
Oh, where's security?
Can someone explain what just happened? Okay, got it. The draft will continue after this break.
Haven't seen that before, right?
First of all, I'm sorry about what happened out there. We're working with authorities to get to the bottom of it. But Hunter says it seems like it was just a random, unstable individual.
We have a good relationship, so I trust you and Triple H to figure it out. I am curious how a random person could have messed with the Tron, though.
I wouldn't assume the two things were connected. Could have just been unrelated technical difficulties. Either way, I don't think it's anything to worry about. Better to focus on the positive and move on.
I can handle my own strategy on how to deal with this. Thanks.
I'll set up a match for you next week on Smackdown. And I'll make sure it's against a local competitor that you'll be sure to dominate. After that, no one will be talking about what happened tonight.
Oh, really? Let's see about that. Hey, Punk.
Hey, you alright?
Not how I imagined draft night going, but we've both seen stuff like this in WWE before. On to the next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does some random person get access to the Tron?
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
I agree. I'll be ready if and when something happens again.
Hey, Troy.
That attack came out of nowhere. Are you okay?
Hey, Troy. I'm a lot more angry than I am hurt.
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. The perfect way to blow off a little steam.
You got any idea who was under that mask? Because that's who I'd like to get my hands on.
I do not. However, since I got promoted, which was definitely based on merit, not because Roman Reigns landed on me at WrestleMania and Triple H felt bad about my numerous injuries, I've been put in charge of booking the matches for our live events.
Congratulations?
You should be congratulating yourself, because I've got my eye on you to be the main attraction for our next big tour.
I appreciate it, Troy, but I'm focused on figuring out who jumped me and then enacting some very disproportionate revenge.
That's exactly why you should compete in some live event matches. It's the perfect opportunity to sharpen your skills and max out your abilities. Trust me, you won't believe the kind of rewards you'll get with live events.
Fine, Troy. Next time you have a live event opportunity, hit me up.
You're the best. Thanks so much. You'll find me waiting for you when I'm ready to book the next bunch of shows.
Can't wait.
After the unfortunate events of the draft last week, you'd think our top pick is hoping for a night that's a lot less memorable.
She doesn't really have that luxury, though. She's not just another superstar on the roster. She's had some high expectations placed on her, and her job is to deliver.
Well, I'm hoping she gets the moment she deserves after what happened last week. The draft should have been a dream come true, but one lunatic in a mask turned it into a nightmare.
She gets put in the corner. And an answer from her. Oh, round and round we go. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors. And Starla falters there.
What a beautiful swanton.
And she's just pouring on the offense now.
Starla might be in a panic soon.
Boom! Dodge is out of the way.
Devastating kick.
Oh, ouch! Gets herself out of harm's way.
Rolls through.
She got the cover here.
1, 2.
What a resounding victory here
tonight for the #1 pick. I agree, Byron. That was pure domination. The hell? Not this again. It's the same attacker from the draft. Where's security? Come on. I guess she's taking matters into her own hands. Good. I'm sick of this. And this time, they're not getting away. The masked assailant is regretting this now. They might not be masked for much longer. Is that Roxanne Perez from NXT? Why was she doing this? We're going to go to commercial while we sort this out.
That's enough. Sit down and stay there. What are we going to do with her?
We're gonna get some answers, and we're gonna get them right now.
You have no idea.
Oh, I have a lot of ideas. And now we're going to start figuring out which one of them is accurate. Start talking.
The new era has arrived.
I know you like attention, but why did you target me? Jealous that I was the #1 pick and you weren't even drafted?
It's not always about you. It's about us, them, all of them.
Who is them? Did you convince some desperate lackey to be your sidekick?
Lardon.
I think I've had about enough. We'll settle this when you face me in a match next week. Now get this attention-seeking nobody out of here!
So you got the bad guy, huh?
Looks like it.
I know Triple H and everyone is telling you this is over now, but I still think there's more to come.
I think so too. Roxanne is a little out there, but I don't think she'd do this on her own. There's gotta be other people involved.
I wonder who.
Exactly. And the entire roster should be on the lookout. I know I will be.
What does Lardon even mean?
Even though Roxanne Perez did not want to respond to questions last week, she has a lot to answer for tonight.
This is about more than just Roxanne, Saxton. She may have been at...
Way too long. Diving moonsault.
Boom! Connects on the kick. Kick.
Nasty kick.
Drop kick hits the mark.
Heading up to the top turnbuckle. Counters. Incredible athleticism.
That maneuver goes to show you how much speed kills.
Oof. And Perez is having the fight brought right to her there.
Roxanne escapes the attack.
Boom! DDT! Anything Perez is trying is being suppressed.
This is where Roxanne will be tested.
Perez managing to find some of that needed breathing room.
And now she can start to claw her way back into this fight. Ooh!
Ooh! Strong kick. My goodness.
Ooh!
And she anticipated what was coming.
Boom! This could spell danger for Roxanne.
That could be curtains for Roxanne.
2. This is more than a win. The #1 draft pick can now move on and focus on bigger goals.
Good riddance to Roxanne Perez and whatever this was all about.
Now what? Is that Charlie Dempsey?
What the hell is going on?
That's certainly Gigi Dolan.
Nikita Lyons from behind. What is happening?
And now Roxanne Perez is recovered and is joining NXT's Nikita Lyons.
Clearly, Perez wasn't acting alone in all this.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a common theme here, guys. We got to get some help out here.
This is a full-on invasion.
And the invaders are all from NXT.
We need help back there, right now.
Nick Aldis is trying to intervene.
Trick Williams with a chair.
And Aldis goes down too.
The NXT Unity Tag Champions have taken out CM Punk.
And Charlotte gets nailed too.
This is insane.
Please, somebody, anybody, do something.
We are under siege.
It's Bayley and Kevin Owens.
Finally.
You can't just come in here and do this without repercussions.
What the?
Bayley and KO about this? Are you serious?
What are we witnessing?
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop until NXT is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I'm just about speechless.
We've just witnessed pure anarchy.
It was a mutiny, Saxton. Bayley said it herself. Unbelievable.
Well, it's over for tonight at least.
Who really knows at this point?
I might be out for a bit after what they did to me. But the second I'm back, I need revenge on the NXT Unity Champions and every single person involved.
I'm with you.
Good. But don't forget I warned both of you that this would happen, and no one listened.
I was wrong. I know. But this isn't the time to point fingers.
Yeah, it's the time to start listening to me. No one around here can be trusted. No one. This could go all the way to the top. Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this? Yeah. Chew on that for a minute.
Look, I've already spoken to Adam Pearce, and we're going to work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and Smackdown are a united front, but we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But what are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said about Triple H?
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks to figure out what's been going on. There's no way he has anything to do with this.
You're right. Punk's fired up about getting attacked and not thinking straight. He did have a point, though, that we have to be careful about who to trust.
I know. It seems like Bayley and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
And it sounds like we need to find someone from outside of WWE who can step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from... They're from a rival promotion.
Okay. But how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT? How do you know we can trust them?
We grew up together. When you know someone for that long, there's a trust that's been built up for years.
All right, sold. After you get them on board, let's talk next steps. And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny strikes again.
Wow, you came all the way to Japan to see me. Must really be desperate for help against NXT.
Isn't fighting a rebellious mutiny exactly what lifelong best friends are for?
I thought they were more for exchanging birthday cards and the occasional random text. But maybe we could branch out.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
You know I'm ride or die with you. Let's do it.
Great. We need to get started right away.
Okay, just hang on a minute. I do have one more match obligation to fulfill here tonight. Then we'll get started.
All right. You do that, and I'll get to strategizing.
Haven't changed a bit.
The most electrifying in all of entertainment. people. Count it. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I can get to Japan though. Wonderful. I love that arena. My gosh.
So this is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need the space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy. But for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this wrestling for the competition, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best. Which, in my case, is being bold and brash.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
We need to hit them harder than they hit us. Punch them right in the mouth so they know who they're messing with. They showed up here and caused chaos? Okay, we go to NXT and do the same thing, but worse.
I would have leaned toward having a more thought-out plan, but your way could work too. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You ready?
We're gonna punch them right in the mouth.
Let's do this. What the hell?
Well, hello there. Have a good flight down. We were expecting you.
New. We were not expecting you.
For the uninitiated here, I'm Troy Simpkin, former WWE producer, now NXT Mutiny's top producer. We knew you'd be coming and we outsmarted you. NXT is clearly not broadcasting here tonight, and instead has moved to a secret, undisclosed location.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm afraid not. Man, you
Punch
should
him.
see the looks on your faces.
Can I strangle him? I want to strangle him.
I'm just the messenger.
Well, we came all the way here. We're not going to leave
Ashley
empty-handed.
Put up a game.
I think I see where this is going.
Yeah, we're taking Troy with us. He clearly knows more than he's letting on, and we could use him as a bargaining chip.
You're calling the shots.
This really isn't necessary. I'm just a producer. I'm clueless.
We know. You're coming with us.
Please be gentle.
They're not gonna do anything to get Troy back. You might as well just leave him. They're not gonna.
NXT Mutiny, you one-upped us. Well played, moving the location of your show. But if you think you outsmarted us, think again. See, I've brought in someone to help even the sides, and he had a brilliant idea.
That's right. We have borrowed your top producer, Troy Simpkin. Say hello, Troy.
Hello? Help, please?
That's enough. So NXT Mutiny, if you want Troy back, show up to Smackdown and fight us. I have my debut match later tonight, and your buddy Troy will be out there at ringside.
And unlike you, we're not going to run and hide. We're going to be exactly where we say we are.
See you soon.
Please show up.
They ain't showing up. No.
For most of us, this will be our first look at the newest member of the WWE roster.
I've heard this guy is a relentless fighter, but I have to admit, I'm a little uneasy about these sorts of tactics. Hostages? Is this how you want to introduce yourself to WWE?
They should add the short cage match.
Sometimes you have to fight fire with
We
fire,
have
Saxton.
look at the short
Mutiny
cage.
and former
Just
WWE
leave the
producer
match.
Troy Simpkin have brought this on themselves.
Troy is a snake. I never liked that man.
Oh my God.
Oh, missed connection.
Yeah, misconnection. Shut up. Whose side are you on?
Locking up with the collar and elbow.
Drive them toward the ropes, looking to keep some control.
What you gonna do?
Holy cow! What outrageous athleticism! Papa Hurricane. Look at this. High risk.
Throwing all caution to the wind and flying around like a bat out of hell.
This fight seems to be heading in the wrong direction.
You're into evacuate, gentlemen.
A consistent attack being mounted on Carlito. Carlito's getting cut off at the knees at every turn.
There goes all our notes and monitors.
This table's about to serve a very different purpose.
Taking this fight back into the ring.
In danger of being counted out. Now's the time to get back to the ring.
He's heading to the top turnbuckle.
Now he gets that. Jesus, Lee.
Lift off. Nobody home. What an impact.
You're all right, Carly. I'm getting mad.
Casually cover.
Just kidding. Alright, this is cool. 1, 2, 3.
An exhausting match, but a victory he'll savor forever.
Here is your winner, Mr. Hop.
They did not come to get Troy. I knew they weren't going to come and get him.
I can't believe my plan didn't work.
We both thought Mutiny actually cared about Troy. But like they said, I guess he's just a worthless twit.
Hey, I'm standing right here.
We see
and
you.
I'm just as shocked as you are that Mutiny didn't ride in on their white horses to save their prince. I wonder if I can get my old job back. Can either of you put in a word with Triple H?
We need to find something NXT actually cares about to lure them into a fight. Otherwise, they're going to keep dodging us.
What about their precious Unity Tag Team Championships? If kidnapping Troy didn't work, maybe we could title nap those.
You might be onto something there. But how are we going to find out where they're broadcasting from?
I could help with that. If you put in a good word for me.
Yeah, sure. What can you tell us?
I may have been on a group text that mentioned the undisclosed location of their shows. But first I'll need reassurances.
Troy, disclose it. Now.
Okay. Fine.
Yelling at your TV.
Another successful Unity title defense for Lexis King and JC Jane.
Hang on, we have some visitors from the Raw and Smackdown side.
How'd they find out where we are? Did you tell them, Saxton?
It wasn't me, but they're taking the fight to the champions.
Good. It's about time.
It looks like we're going to have an impromptu brawl on our hands. This is an incredibly bold move to come down here and bring the fight to Mutiny.
It's bold and brilliant, Cole. Attacking in an undisclosed location, the Unity champs were totally complacent. They let their guard down, and now they're paying the price.
I still can't figure out how they found us. Do you think my phone might have been hacked? And if so, do you think Mutiny would hold that against me?
Inverted DDT! Spiked. He quick. Watch out! Diving Hurricane Rana.
Whoa! It's incredible, the inventiveness we are seeing on display here. Boom! Fast movement gets her out of the way. Into the DDT.
Calculating the next move here.
JC's in big jeopardy here.
Cutter!
Wow, big kick with style.
And he slides him back to the mat, driving a knee into the arm.
Looking as locked in as ever. I think we know what's coming.
Hooked up and
DDT.
She might be nearing the end of her rope.
yeah, I don't know how much longer a good defense will even matter at this point.
Standing Shiranui.
Setting up for something here.
Lexus King takes a vicious buckle suplex.
And JC's nailed with a stun gun.
The champs are down.
Where are they headed now?
They're grabbing the Unity titles.
I think they're leaving with them.
And the champs can't do anything about it.
They've come in here and stolen the NXT Unity Tag Team Championships. I love it.
Score one for Raw and Smackdown.
I saw what you did by invading NXT's secret location and acquiring their Unity Championships. Bold move.
Thanks. I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny. We've known each other since we were kids.
I know all about you. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral in this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it. So this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
We understand your stance, but we don't have to agree with it. We're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Anything?
Lexus King and JC Jane have successfully defended their Unity titles multiple times, and you can bet they're itching to reclaim their stolen belts tonight.
Yeah, but those defenses were practically gift wrapped with hand-picked opponents in favorable locations. Tonight, they face a real challenge.
We will see. These two new allies have a history, but the big question is, can they gel in an official match and walk away with some hardware?
Oh, man!
The challenger taking some minor damage.
Oh, man!
Momentum entirely against Lexus here.
Lexus unable to use his wide arsenal here.
Oh, man!
And now propped up in the corner.
Tag made. Oh, man.
The communication between these two is evident by that move.
She dodges out of the way.
Oh, man. Shot right to the midsection. Working in perfect cohesion. The champions have a strategy in mind. Oh, right to the gut.
Teamwork making the dream work right here with that display.
Ooh, right to the gut.
The challenger's getting battered. Gonna be hard to answer back.
Tossed to the outside. And their night's about to get worse.
Baseball slide.
Slam.
I'm about to RKO this damn ref. I'm gonna keep pushing me back like this now.
All right, time for us to clear the way.
Already ahead of you.
hard. Oh, no way. You gotta be kidding me.
Tossed caution out the window, and it paid off.
Adrenaline is through the roof now. Kick to the midsection. Building up a head of steam. Thwarts the move by throwing an elbow into the midsection. Great, grand uppercut. And he got there. He made the tag.
Walking up here. Oh, poke to the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury. Nonetheless, the match continues.
JC eats a clothesline.
But Lex is king with the belt shot. And the referee never saw it.
The champions are going to retain.
Wait, foot on the ropes. Is that the producer who was wrapped up in all this?
Good job, Troy.
Seems like he's
Good job,
against
Troy.
NXT Mutiny now.
Hold on. Spear on JC Jane. Looks like his eye's okay. Or at least okay enough.
Setting up for some kind of double team move.
And down onto JC Jane with the cover.
That'll do it. We officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions.
We just witnessed amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny.
And don't forget the assist from Troy, the producer.
Mutiny shocked the
Great
world with their
job.
invasion a couple
Tremendous
weeks
job.
ago, but
Wonderful
now,
production.
taking their Unity Tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling this is only the beginning between these two sides.
Welcome back, Punk.
Looks like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you used that goofball Troy to find where Mutiny was hiding and then win their Unity titles. Well done.
I guess Troy's show of loyalty in our match was enough to get his job back.
And we discouraged Mutiny from trying to hide from us. They said from now on, they'll be back at the Performance Center.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldis and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
We spoke to him, and he insisted it's what's best for business. I guess we have to take him for his word at this point.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any Mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
Hey, Troy. Move up here.
What the hell's going on around here today? All the suits look like a donkey kicked them in their tender bits.
That is a very specific analogy, but the reason everyone's upset is Mutiny is creating their own title, the NXT Mutiny Championship.
Why should we care? It'll go right down the memory hole with the multiversal Infinite Championship and every other fake belt in history.
We're already bleeding superstars to their side. An NXT Mutiny champion gives them even more credibility. I tried to get Triple H to stop them, but he hasn't even returned my call. If Mutiny keeps gaining momentum, I'm on track to be the last GM of Raw, which is a distinction I'd prefer to avoid.
I'm not looking to be the last man hired for your show either.
What can we do at this point other than sit back and watch?
My partner and me took their Unity belts. How about I go down there, win their made-up tinfoil title myself, and show them exactly what I think about it?
That's borderline nuts. We're in a war, and you'd be walking behind enemy lines without any backup.
I don't need any backup.
I can't officially sanction this, but it sure would make an impression. And if somehow you pulled it off, it might turn the tide of the whole war. You sure you want to do this?
Let's roll. I'm going to walk into Mutiny's house, put my feet up on their couch, and serve them a case of frosty, Stone Cold Steve Austin style whoop-ass.
Hell yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that Mutiny title.
Mark Coffey getting ready for a battle against Nathan Frazier.
I hope they tear each other apart.
What the hell? One half of the Unity champions just tossed Nathan Frazier aside like a sack of wheat.
It looks like the Unity champ is going after Coffey next.
And the referee's going to let this one go. We have a new matchup, guys.
What we have is a fight.
This wasn't a scheduled match, but it looks like they're going to get it nonetheless.
And it looks to me like Mark Coffey.
We're going to see it.
The most electrifying move in all of entertainment.
People's elbow. Mark is out. That's it.
Turns it into a pin attempt. 2. Oh, and he just kicked out. Unreal. Unreal to kick out there.
Not only unlikely, downright extraordinary.
That spear. That's it. Shut the door. It's over.
2 count. Coffey's been defeated, but apparently that isn't enough for the WWE loyalist.
He's kicking Coffey right out of the ring. It looks like the Unity Tag Champ has something to say.
Everybody in this building knows I go where I want to, when I want to. So when I heard Mutiny was getting big ideas about making up their own title, there was only one place I was gonna be. And that's right here in NXT Mutiny. I just obliterated 2 of your guys, and I'll do the same thing to the rest of your damn roster if I have to. Because that mail order belt, I'm taking it just like me and my partner took the Unity titles. So go ahead and...
You knew this had to be coming.
Kevin Owens is one of the leaders of NXT Mutiny, and he has heard enough.
When you came out here like a tough guy jumping people from behind, I thought about sending the entire locker room out to smash you like the tackling dummy that you are. But I have a better idea. See, I'm not going to let some WWE poster boy ruin our show. You want this mail order belt that's about to become the most valuable prize in the business? Then all you have to do is compete in our main event tonight. A qualifying gauntlet match.
One of the biggest superstars in WWE is going to main event NXT Mutiny in a gauntlet match.
And if he wins, he'll have a shot at being the first ever NXT Mutiny champion.
My oh my. What a main event it will be. And with that being said, please make sure to like, please make sure to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I sure know I did. Check out Ministry Minute from earlier today and a brand new episode of Fight for Supremacy tomorrow. Always remember that Jesus loves you, he cares about you. Confess with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord and believe in your heart that God rose his son from the grave and you shall be saved. Romans 10:9. John 3:16, it simply says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Salvation can be yours today, my friend. Jesus loves you, and so do I. We'll be back next week. God be with you, brand new episodes. So until then, folks, take care, and God bless.